A couple of weeks ago I made a video about whether the GoPro HERO 9 was a great camera for vlogging or not. And yeah, it is. It's an excellent camera for vlogging. It does everything you wanted to. I had a few questions since then, however, about what the audio quality is like on the GoPro HERO 9. Well, I'm going to test that out. This here, for example, is just using the normal camera audio, but there are a few other options. Stick around and we'll have a look at those. Hey there, thanks for sticking around. Now, before we get started, just a quick reminder, if you can click all these buttons and things down here, that would be absolutely awesome. And if you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I do get back to as many of them as possible. Okay, let's have a look at the GoPro HERO 9 now and talk about the audio a bit. I'm in an environment here where I've got a neighbour doing some gardening with a weed eater. The wind's going a little bit, I've got some birds around, and there's the occasional car driving past nearby. And with this microphone, which is the one built into the HERO 9, you're probably going to notice a bit of that and the occasional cat popping up on screen, because cats have to be the centre of attention. Here's Whiskers. This is Whiskers here, and Whiskers wants her own YouTube channel, don't you? You can hear Whiskers meowing and telling me off for not paying attention to her while I'm shooting videos. Anyway, what I'm going to look at is the audio directly from the GoPro here, which is not too bad, I think you have to admit, for a few really small condenser microphones built in an array and what really is a very small compact camera. I'm also going to be having a look at the medium mod. Now this thing's got a great directional microphone built into it just here. I'll take that cover off so you can see that. That's all it is. It's also got a windsock, and the great thing about it being directional is that it kind of gets rid of most of the noise around you. The next thing I'm going to have a look at is the Rode VideoMicro Micro mic thing. I'll get the name of that right. I'm also going to have a look at the Rode Wireless Go. Now this is a wireless microphone set. It hooks up to the medium mod with one of these little TRS cables here. These things just plugs into the back of the medium mod and sits into the cold shoe, and so does the Rode shotgun mic. This thing here is very directional, which is really cool, and this thing is very short range, so it only picks up on sounds that are quite close and a lot less on sounds that are ambient and around, like my neighbour with the weed eater. So yeah, let's get started and look at these things. So first of all, here's the built-in microphone. This is what it sounds like. For 99% of people, I think this is going to be a perfectly acceptable microphone in most circumstances. And the only real downside of it is that it's not entirely directional. It does have a bias towards the front, and it uses a lot of audio software built into the GoPro to dynamically subtract noise that it thinks you don't want, like the wind, for example, when I've got that coming up. So now what I'm going to do is just swap this out. I'm going to put the media mod on, and we can listen to the difference between those. Here's the GoPro 9, and here is the media mod for the GoPro 9. It's got this little USB-C plug down here inside the housing, and that just slides into the USB-C socket on the GoPro. Real easy. You need to take the side door off, of course. You just slide that in together like that, push it into place, which is a little stiff the first couple of times you use it, and then push it until it goes click like that. And there you go, the media mod is on the GoPro 9 and you're ready to go. The microphone does have this little windsock thing. If you take that off, you get slightly better dynamic range on it, though I just tend to leave it on here all the time. And this is what it sounds like with the media mod on. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of difference. The microphone has a bigger sensor in it, and the timbre of my voice is going to be a little bit different. It's collecting a higher dynamic range, it's more directional, and you're going to be getting less background noise. There's a setting that you can use with the media mod microphone as well. You can tell it whether to be more dominant on the forward facing part of the microphone or more dominant on the rear facing part of the microphone, which means that if you're being a cameraman with a voice and you're pointing it at other things and recording something other than yourself, then you can tell it to pick up the rear microphone more so that your voice is more dominant and you're, say, not getting a crowd noise or something like that. So that would be good if you're doing a documentary kind of thing where you're off camera. So yeah, this is the audio with the Media Mod microphone. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely a step up on the internal microphone, even though that's not necessarily bad. Its big advantages are that it does have a larger diaphragm and everything in the microphone, and it is directional, so you're going to get less of that ambient noise. That may or may not be a good thing depending on the situation. Now, the next thing I'm going to try out is putting the Rode VideoMicro Micro on here. This is a lot more directional, and it's going to be interesting to see what the difference in voice quality is like when I'm recording with it. Let's have a look at that. Now, in the back of the Media Mod, there are these three little ports here. The top one here has got a little HDMI out socket. We're not worried about that at the moment. You can get a video mod that goes on top or take that out to an external recorder or something. This one here is your USB-C pass-through, and this one at the bottom is a little audio jack. That's the one that we're interested in today. I can take the little TRS, which means tip ring sleeve socket, and put it into there, and the Rode Micro mic, then put that one in the top into that cold shoe mount. Don't forget to just tighten that down a little bit, only needs to be finger tight. And then the other end of the TRS, of course, just goes into the back of the mic, and there you go. If you are recording from behind and doing documentary style stuff, you can of course just turn that round and face it backwards, but yeah, that's not what I'm doing today. So there we go, that's how you mount that on. And here it is. This is the Rode VideoMicro Micro. It's a small shotgun mic, but don't be fooled by that. The power of this microphone is quite astounding. I use this microphone for most of the video work I do. A great advantage in it is that it is incredibly directional. It's a very, very directional microphone for such a short barrel. And it also does come with a dead cat, so if you want to put that on, it will get rid of any ambient wind noise. It's not so much of a problem today. I don't think we're going to get any on here. The other thing is that it doesn't stick terribly far forward, so it's coming to here where a lot of other microphones might come out here, and if you've got a wide lens, you're going to get part of them in the shot, so you need to have them further away or on a boom or recording onto a different device and resync it later. The advantage in this one being really short is it gives you all of that really good shotgun effect without getting into the screen on a fairly wide lens. I could use a longer microphone on this, but I would then need to zoom in a little bit, which you can do without losing resolution on the GoPro HERO 9 of course, but then I would have to put the microphone further away, and when you move the microphone further away, your subject becomes less dominant, you get more background, you lose some of that advantage in having this. So a slightly wider lens and a smaller microphone, and actually being closer to the microphone is one of the best things you can do for good audio quality. That's a good tip with any of these microphones anyway. So having your lens slightly wider and having your microphone closer to you, so I'm only say 1.5 feet away from this at the moment, then that's going to give you much better audio quality, because you being the subject on the video are much closer to the microphone, everything else is further away, so your voice is much more significant. But if you need to be further away, that's where this comes in. I'm just going to hook this up now. It's the Rode Wireless Go sender and receiver, and let's have a look and see how that works. As I said, the Rode Wireless Go has a receiver, which is the one that's got the screen on it, and a sender, which has got the plugs on the top and a small battery and link indicator. And you can also plug an external microphone into this as well, by the way, so this is really good if you want to use a boom microphone. You can put a microphone into here on a boom pole and send it wirelessly to a camera over quite a big distance. That's something that can be useful if you need more directionality than this gives, which isn't much. Anyway, it's really easy to mount this onto the Media Mod as well. I'll show you how that goes. You just take the TRS out of here and remove the shotgun mic, and the these have little clips on the back of them which go on your clothing, and Rode were really clever, and they thought, hey, let's make those exactly the same as the cold shoe width and depth, so that clip on either end also doubles as the cold shoe mount. Bloody clever, I thought. They're very clever people at Rode. Go Rode. And that there just plugs into there. Turn it on at the top, which does come on after you just hold it a couple of seconds. Wireless go, and you're ready. There you go, you've got your battery indicator and lots of bits and pieces in there as well. I think you can turn the light on doing something. Anyway, read the manual. Now I just need to turn that one there on as well by pushing the little power button at the bottom until the blue lights come up on the top. There we go, power's on, it's got a link, everyone's happy, and you can see the audio indicator running on there already. And now I'm talking to you using the Rode Wireless Go microphone. It's I don't know what this is going to sound like, so now we know. And do I think this is better, worse, about the same? I don't know. I'm going to put my opinion right here. There you go. That's my answer to that one. Now, the Rode Wireless Go has a couple of advantages. It's not a directional microphone, it's an omni microphone, but it's also a very short range microphone, which means that it needs to be really close to the subject that you're recording. In this case, it's just sitting right here on my shirt. And I've got a lovely bed, so that hides most of it, except in some lighting conditions where you can see the little blue light down here. You can also get this in white if you've got somebody wearing a white outfit, and you can flip it around and put it on the inside. I did order a white one of these as well, but for some reason they sent me another black one, so I will go get a white one as well. Then I'm going to have 3 sets of these. They're really useful. You can use them for all sorts of stuff. There's other videos on my channel. If you search the Rode Wireless Go, you can see some other really cool ways you can use this. Now, the other advantage in the Wireless Go is that, well, if you have a look here, you see I can pick the camera up and just turn it around a wee bit, and you can see kind of over there a bit further. I think you can see all the way over there. And I can just keep walking all the way over here, and it doesn't matter how far or close I get to the camera, you can see that my voice is the same. I can get all the way back over here to the fence, where, see, I'm over here now. Whether you can see me or not is another matter because of the foliage, but as you can see, it doesn't matter how far away I move, you can still hear me just as well, because I've got about, I think this works up to about 50 feet. I think they say 80 feet. I've never actually been so far away from the camera that it's been a particular problem. And now I can head back. So, as you can see, this is a really good solution if you're in an environment where you might need to move around, you don't know where the camera's going to be. I will just go back down a bit. And you want to be a little bit more free and not have to be right up close. You can get a longer lens. You might want to be filming somebody on a stage from a distance, but not want to worry about how you're going to get clean audio without the noise of some guy going mumble, mumble, mumble in the row in front of the camera. And anyone who's ever filmed an event and filmed the speaker knows exactly how bloody annoying that is. So this thing here, you can plug this into any camera, and I think it's a great companion to the GoPro 9, especially with the media mod. It just lets you do all sorts of really neat things, and we'll be able to see how much it's actually cutting out. I don't know if you can hear that dog barking. So there you go, that's 4 really good options you've got for recording audio with the GoPro 9. You don't need to have any of this other stuff, but this other stuff, if you've got it, does make it a bit better. The Media Mods microphone can do wonders for getting rid of surround sound, and it also gives you the platform to put other microphones and bigger microphones on, and remote microphones on, like this one and like this one. So all sorts of things you can do. If you're interested in any of this stuff, have a look in the description below. I have got links to where you can get all these things. If you pick the Amazon ones, I do get a bit of a cred for on selling, so feel free, if you're ever going to go to Amazon and buy something, click on one of my links first. They give me a bit back for you doing that, which is cool, and it helps me do this stuff for you guys. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to see more of these, do subscribe down here by clicking this thing, and also check out this video up here and this one here as well, because they're awesome, and well, YouTube picked them out for you because they know the sorts of stuff you like. And I will see you in the next video I make, which will hopefully be quite soon and not big gaps like I've been doing recently. See you later.